And in other news, we know that police departments across the nation now rely on the help of their canine partners in situations like this. Over 50 explosive detection canine teams from law enforcement agencies across the state have been training at the State Preparedness Training Center this week for scenario-based training. And I was lucky enough to see those pups hard at work firsthand. Let's take a look. Across the state, law enforcement explosive detection canine teams play a critical role in protecting public safety. They are primarily responsible for conducting searches for explosive materials near building exteriors, parking lots, office areas, and vehicles, as well as mass gathering events.
Now, in a big event, we're not silos amongst ourselves, right? We all know that in a big event, numerous agencies are going to be responding. So the contacts that these folks are making over this week, and then even in the other events that we have throughout this isn't the only time we have canines. And it gets them to really know each other, to learn how the other teams work. So again, when the big one happens, they've done this before. They've got contacts, or something happens in their jurisdiction. They now can pick up the phone and say, hey, I've got this. We work together. What do you got? It's amazing the contacts that they make here.
These canines are trained by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, also known as the ATF, for odor recognition testing via a variety of scenarios.
We have an active shooter event in another scenario at our cityscape. We have some searches. We have a lot of bomb techs that are here that basically set up kind of like, I guess a good way to call it is a house of horrors. So they bring the dogs in, they're walking them through a bunch of different devices they can come across, trip wires, pressure plates, just bags, and the dogs are going in to see if the handler and the dog notice it before something happens.
And this year they've added helo training so the canines know what to expect.
The state police have brought a helo out, so the first time a dog and their handler has to get into a helo, we don't want it to be in an emergency, right? So it's just like everything we do here. We familiarize and we get them to do things here in training that we don't want them to do the first time in the real world.
They also have experts imprint canines on a variety of explosives so they're prepared to detect scents in IEDs. Special Agent Peter D'Antonio of the ATF explains how it works.
This scenario here is what we call our odor recognition test. This is to make sure that the canines know a certain amount of odors nationwide. So there's a national standard for odors, and we test them once a year. We do 12 of these tests a year. So it's just to make sure that our canines throughout the state have at least the basic tenet of explosives that they need to know out in the field.
He adds that his agency is always working to identify terrorism trends involving explosives in New York State and beyond.
Yeah, we always follow the trends. We're part of the Joint Terrorism Task Force and stuff, so we're connected with all the recent trends in terrorism. So anything that we can pass on to our state and local counterparts, we pass on all that information as soon as we can. So we make sure that they're as up to date as we are on all that information.
And Deputy Thornhill from the Otsego County Sheriff's Department explains how this training has helped her and her partner, Tracer.
You know, we're a very rural agency, so I don't always get to do everything with him, but I can apply a lot of the stuff we do just to everyday patrol work. You get to a lot of resources from bigger agencies that's something I would never think of coming across, so it opens your mind up to those different areas. And you know, if this agency approaches something this way, then oh, that's great. I can take that back to my agency and now open it up to everybody else.
Reporting in Oriskany, I'm Shelby Pay, Eyewitness News, First at 10.